There are so many reasons for fasting. We can't get into all of them in this course. So I want to share one more with you. And this is probably the one that you've maybe heard of the most. I would say maybe the most popular out of the reasons for fasting. And it's fasting to solve a problem. Fasting to solve a problem, or fasting for divine answers. And I want to just let you know that this type of fast to solve a problem is not an attempt to escape your problems. It's not, a get out of jail free card. It's not that if you fast, just everything's going to be, perfectly in alignment when you're done with the fast, that, everything's going to be fixed at your job or everything's going to be fixed at your relationship. That's not what this is. It's not an attempt to escape your problems, but to enlist the Holy Spirit's aid in solving them. So you're not trying to escape your problems, but you're trying to enlist the power of the Holy Spirit to help you to solve those problems. And we see this all throughout the Bible, both in the Old Testament and the New Testament. I want to give you an Old Testament example and a New Testament example so that you know it's all there. In the Old Testament, we find it in Ezra chapter 8, verse 21, where Ezra says, "Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might humble ourselves before God." Humbling yourself pretty much all throughout the Bible is fasting. That's what they mean when they say humbling themselves. To seek Him, to seek from Him the right way for us and our little ones and all our possessions. So He proclaimed a fast to seek from Him the right way for us and our little ones and our possessions. So if you don't know what to do in life, if you don't know the decision to make, if you don't know the decision to make for your family or for your children, if you don't know the decision to make for your job, this is a biblical precedent of, okay, I'm going to stop and I'm going to fast, and we're going to seek God for the right way to go. Maybe you have a big decision coming up in your life. Stop and seek God. We see this again in Acts chapter 13, verse 2. "And as they ministered to the Lord and fasted, the Lord said, 'Now separate to me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them.'" So there's a big decision. Who are we going to choose for this role? Who are we going to choose to send out as missionaries, as apostles? So it says, as they ministered to the Lord and fasted, the Holy Spirit said, "Now separate to me Barnabas and Saul for the work which I have called them." Let me ask you, and again, I'm not saying that you have to fast for God to speak to you, but if you are wanting God to speak to you, maybe you should do a fast. If you are wanting a solution from God, if you're wanting an answer from God, if you're needing to have wisdom on a decision, and this could be in anything, this could be for relationships. I highly encourage people, before you propose to someone to marry, fast about it. Before you accept a new job, fast about it. Before you decide what college you're going to go to, fast about it. And a lot of times people think that those things are so, that's not a big deal. Why would God care about that? Those are huge things in your life. All of those things that I just listed are huge life-changing decisions. God has something to say about that. God has an opinion on the person that you should marry, the place that you should move to. So if you have a problem that you're trying to solve, if you have a big decision coming up, take some time to fast about it. And I believe that God is going to speak to you. Again, it may not solve all your problems. It may not just, make everything super clear, but I guarantee you at some point on that fast, you're going to receive some wisdom. You're going to receive some clarity. You're going to receive an answer, and God's going to speak to you. And so you're going to have an answer. You're going to have a solution. So again, one of the big reasons for fasting is to solve a problem or to get an answer to your problem.